Shall we? We're gonna do this? Yep, let's go.
This is the finale of Celebrity Chef East versus West.
Your time starts now.
In the last 4 weeks, two celebrity chefs, Nicholas C. and David Rocco, battled it out in a gastronomic war to claim victory on culinary supremacy. Since day one, the competition has been neck and neck, with Nick drawing first blood.
There can be only one winner. Chef Nick, well done.
1 point. I can do this. Competition's just begun.
With momentum on his side, he picked up another razor-thin victory in Shunda.
I have for you a dish that represents the iconic Shunda dishes.
Congratulations, Nick. You won Shunda leg of competition.
I'm really happy. It might not seem like it, but I'm really happy.
I'm only 2 points down. I'm in good shape. Bring it on. I really gotta step it up, and I gotta win this.
At the midway point, knowing he had to go big or go home, David dug deep to not only get a win, but to tie with Nick in the overall competition.
Chef David, you confident?
I'm actually quite proud of it. I think the flavors are bang on. It is exactly what I see Filipino cooking to be all about.
So you won the Filipino leg, and you are now tied for the overall competition.
It's about flavor, taste, that trumps everything.
With the scores tied, the chefs headed to Ipoh, Malaysia, knowing whoever wins will have a huge advantage going into the epic grand finale. With the heat and pressure mounting, Nick managed to pull off a hard-fought comeback victory.
Congratulations to Chef Nick. You boys did fantastic today. Keep up with the good job. And good luck for the next city in the final round.
So after 4 battles, I'm only leading by 1 point. It's still gonna be tight.
Now it all boils down to this. The exciting culinary battle that has gripped Asia culminates in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. All eyes will be on Nick and David as they reach the thrilling climax of their epic clash. So, who will cook his way to victory and win a big check for the charity of his choice? Who will claim the ultimate glory of culinary supremacy? Who will be the first ever winner of Celebrity Chef East versus West? Let's find out.
The last leg of the whole competition, and I'm still only 1 point ahead. It's still very dangerous because David has won once before, but that once was 2 points, so we're still neck to neck.
In Manila, I managed to catch up. In Ipoh, I got burnt. So now it's the last competition, it's the 5th battle, and I gotta give it my all. There's no backing down now.
Salamat Datang. Welcome to Kuala Lumpur. Chef Nick, Chef David, I'm Bobby Chin.
TV personality Chef Bobby Chin has worked in the kitchen of remarkable restaurants at San Francisco and France. He was awarded Best Entertainment Presenter at the Asian Television Awards in 2007. With his multicultural upbringing and his extensive globe-trotting, Chef Bobby Chin has developed a culinary style that bridges East and West, making him the perfect host for our East versus West cook-off.
You've landed at Sunway University. For almost 30 years, Sunway University has been an inspiration in education, not just here in Malaysia, but abroad as well. And it will be the perfect setting for the final competition. Throughout the 4 cities, you have shown how well matched you are. As it stands right now, Chef Nick, you are ahead with 92 points. Chef David, you're only 1 point behind at 91. how do you feel about losing the last challenge?
Let's go into this challenge.
That's
I'm
right.
not happy.
That's what I like to hear.
I'm not happy. I'm not giving up. I'm going right to the end.
Chef Nick, how you feeling?
I'm gonna keep pushing myself.
I'm always feeling under pressure. It's always been in the back of my mind that 1 point is nothing and I still gotta push it.
It's anyone's game right now, and it boils down to this final challenge. Tomorrow you'll continue the culinary cook-off that will determine the ultimate winner, who will not only earn bragging rights to culinary supremacy, but also walk away with a big check for the charity of his choice. As usual, you'll both be cooking something local that I have handpicked for this challenge. You'll be given a stipulated amount of time to gather your ingredients, cook up, and plate your dish. Once again, you'll be judged on presentation, on the taste of the dish, on the authenticity of the dish, with your own special little twist that makes it yours. But we'll worry about that competition tomorrow. Right now, I'm going to show you around Kuala Lumpur to get you inspired for your final cook-off. Are you ready to get to know the city?
Yes, chef.
Let's go.
Kuala Lumpur, the capital of Malaysia, is a mega metropolis where historic monuments and colonial architecture stand shoulder to shoulder with gleaming skyscrapers and glitzy malls. A multicultural society with a food culture that is diverse yet distinctively Malaysian. It's truly a legitimate foodie's paradise. As a melting pot of culinary traditions and influences, Kuala Lumpur is naturally a fitting city for the grand finale of our East versus West culinary battle.
So I'm just a little confused. Are we in India or Malaysia?
We might as well be in India because this is Little India. But I didn't bring you here just because it's Little India. I came here to introduce you to a very, very special guest, Chef Rudolf Ono.
Nice to meet you, Chef. How are you? How are you? Good afternoon, Chef.
Chef is the technical director at Sunway's Le Cordon Bleu, and he's our special judge.
And when you hear some cool title like technical director, you know you gotta bring your A game. You don't want to do anything stupid in front of that guy. So that puts a ton of extra pressure on me.
Today we are in the break field. The room name is Little India. So I think we will go around. Okay?
Let's go.
Yes.
So this is the more colorful side of town.
Very nice.
Yes, usually these garlands will be given to temple.
Right.
So classically you can see that is a betel leaf, which will be usually offered for your guests as a mark of respect. So I think you will try.
Yes.
Yes, please.
Try it, sure.
Chew on it.
This is something I've had in India. You know, I've acquired a taste for. But I'm more curious to see what Nick thinks.
There's sweetness in the middle, but it's got that medicinal thing working on the outside.
I've never tried that betel leaf, but I know in Taiwan, it's almost similar to the bin lam. It's an acquired taste. I can't say I like it, but I tried it.
Excellent. Very cool.
Chef, so you come here a lot?
One time per week, usually, yes. Many foods are from Malaysia with Indian touch, of course.
And it's incredible, because it's not exactly like the food you get back in India. It's got a little bit of a twist, a Malaysian twist. That's what's so fantastic about Malaysia.
What's this, a little chai?
National drink, petit tarif.
Well, cheers, guys.
Cheers.
So you know it's going to be authentic when they kind of use banana leaves as your plate. Chef, this is fantastic.
We got more going on.
Oh my God, it just keeps coming.
Okay, here we go.
Very nice.
Touring around KL with the other chefs really opened my eyes because every time I've been in KL, it's been for work. So I have not got a chance to go to Little India, have Indian food with my hands. I'm having a blast.
And the spice isn't overpowering, it's very mellow.
Yeah? This guy can eat really, really hot food.
Yeah.
I
love it. You know, Kuala Lumpur is this really unbelievable town. You know, the cityscape is urban, it is modern, but yet, you know, they hold on to certain traditions, food traditions, street food, Indian, Chinese, Malay, it all comes together in beautiful harmony.
On that note, we're gonna love you and leave you and let you guys continue to explore. See you guys later. Don't worry about the bill, it's cheap. Let's go.
Let's go.
Good luck.
Good luck.
See you, chefs.
See you.
Walking down the hall for that blindfold tasting, it's kind kind of like bittersweet. It's going to be our last blindfold tasting.
I don't know what to feel. It's quite complex. You know, I want to do this more, but I know it's the last one. After this, we might go in separate ways for a long time.
Welcome to the dining room at School of Hospitality at Sunway University. This self-contained township has all the restaurants and street food centers for this uniquely Malaysian experience just outside the kitchen, making it a really conducive living and learning environment for the chefs in training. But it's time to focus on what's in front of you. Chefs, there are 2 cloches and 2 blindfolds on the table. The dishes I've selected for your challenge, yes, there are 2 this time under the cloches.
Every week, every battle, there's been some sort of curveball thrown to us. Come on, like, really?
Oh no.
Next up,
You may now taste the dishes.
I can taste the coconut yams. What am I having here? Ah, yes!
What'd you get, David?
Don't worry, Nick, don't worry. I got nothing.
I know it's a very ambitious dish, so let's kick some ass.
I'm really looking forward to this last cook-off. I'm confident, but you know, something will always happen. Something will always happen.
previously.
The last leg of the whole competition, and I'm still only 1 point ahead.
It's the 5th battle. I gotta give it my all. There's no backing down now.
The dishes I've selected for your challenge, yes, there are 2 this time under the cloches.
Every week, every battle, there's been some sort of curveball thrown to us. Come on, like, really?
Oh no.
You must figure out what ingredients are in that dish purely on the blind tasting. Are you ready?
Yes, Chef.
Please put on your blindfolds now.
Nasi lemak. Translated as richly creamy rice, nasi lemak is known as a Malaysian national dish. The star of this dish is, of course, the rice, which is steeped and steamed in coconut milk. It's typically accompanied by an ensemble of boiled egg, deep-fried anchovies, roasted peanuts, slices of cucumber, and a spicy dollop of sambal. As for dessert, it's the comforting bubur cha-cha. Originated from the Peranakan community, the bubur cha-cha is a sweet soup that can be enjoyed warm or cold. Made of sweet potatoes, taro, coconut milk, and colorful, chewy tapioca pieces, gula melaka, or palm sugar, is usually added to give it a natural sweetness and special aroma.
You may now taste the dishes.
Oh, wow. That's interesting. I taste some rice and then some peanuts, anchovies, and I'm like, whoa. There's like lots going on here.
Tasty, huh?
I got a lot of coconut. Not much aroma, actually. I would expect a lot more. I got some rice, I got some crispy chicken, and then I know I got some cucumbers. I'm guessing it's along the line of nasi lemak. This is really iconic for the KL dish.
Is there a rabbit next to me? I'm hearing Nick crunching away on something. I'm like, is he eating something totally different than I am? And then I feel a little cucumber. So I'm like, okay, that's what he's crunching on.
Wow, this one's... The other dish, I know I've had something similar before. I'm getting a touch of ginger, coconut milk definitely, some yams or sweet potatoes or taros.
Delicious.
I hear Nick slurping, and I'm like, oh, what's he slurping on? Oh, there's something else.
Clam chowder. You get the celery and the tomatoes.
I can taste the coconut yams, potatoes, and it's sweet, it's thick. What am I having here? I'm confused.
Chefs, are you good?
Yes, Chef.
Okay. Chefs, you may now remove your blindfolds. You'll be given a total of 4.5 hours to shop for all the ingredients and cook the 2 dishes. I hope you didn't think you were just going to cook 2 dishes. Chefs, today you'll be cooking for 40 guests and 3 judges. And this time, your guests will have a say in who wins this challenge. They'll be casting votes for the dishes that they prefer. Your vote count from the guests will be added to the judges' score.
Of course, you will be getting help from a team of sous chefs like before. And you will be gathering your ingredients at the Sunway Pyramid cold storage supermarket.
Chefs, at the end of your cook-offs, you'll have to pack up everything that needs to be transported to the restaurant. That is where you will plate up for service, so allocate your time wisely. Do not keep the guests waiting. And remember, we don't want a replication of the dish. We want your signature on these dishes.
I feel that each week I was getting stronger and stronger. And now it's the 5th week. It's our 5th competition. And I feel I can win this.
I'm really looking forward to this last cook-off, and I'm looking forward to put out some really cool dishes, and may the best man win.
Chefs, this is it. This is the round that determines the ultimate winner. Your time starts now.
In typical fashion, I mean, Nick just darts off. And, okay, I've seen this before.
I'm anxious, I'm excited. I'm a little bit nervous. There's a lot to be done.
Seeing myself in a final round, I certainly feel like I'm under pressure. I'm down by 1, and I can't afford to have any mistakes.
For the dessert, I'm gonna do pavlova. I wanna bring a bit of pastry, but I'm gonna make a meringue and then break down all the yams, deep fry them, make them into crisps, so you get the crunch factor. There are so many components in my dish. I need to get a lot from the market.
First thing are the vegetables. I start getting carrots, celery, onions. I wanna make a stock.
Hey, save me some sweet potatoes there,
No,
right?
I'm spending all my money on the yams and potatoes, so you don't get any.
I've always made a list, but this time I really have it down in my head. I hope I can get everything.
Chicken breast, chicken breast. I need some squid. Okay, so I need about 10 of these babies. I'm off to a good start. I'm feeling good. I got my core ingredients. Now for my dessert. I'm thinking it's kind of like the burbuchacha that I've heard of. That kind of sweet, coconut, yummy dessert. So I really want to kind of give it a little Italian cha-cha in it. I want to make an Italian, Malaysian tiramisu. I need to find mascarpone.
Oh, baby. Oh, yes.
You know, I'm checking the dairy section, and then there it is. Mascarpone cheese, straight from Italy.
White chocolate.
I wanted to do a white on white with the coconut bits and white chocolate on a white coconut cream on a white pavlova.
Good fruits.
Ah, yes!
What'd you get, David?
Don't worry, Nick, don't worry. I got nothing.
Poultry. Chicken wings. And I'm done.
Well, David, as usual, he's really taking his time. It should give me maybe a 10-minute head start. Every minute counts. This is the final. 10 minutes is 10 minutes.
Rice, arborio, Italian rice. Actually, I know where the section is. See, arborio. I'm gonna have a heart attack here. I can't do this anymore. I have to just relax. I got this. You know, I got everything I need. I'm scrambling all over the place. And then I realize Nick is long gone. And it's like, here we go again. To exit.
Chef Nick, welcome. First again, you've got exactly 4 hours and 1 minute. It's rock and roll, baby.
So why don't we talk about the idea today?
For this cook-off, we have to take care of 2 dishes, and both my dishes are quite complex.
All right, let's get to work. I know it's a very ambitious dish, so let's kick some ass.
I hope you use your time wisely.
One thing I learned in the kitchen is time management and how to bring everything together at once. You just have to be a hawk and keep your eye on everything.
Well done. You came a very close second. You have exactly 3 hours and 50 minutes.
I reach the kitchen and Nick has a 10-minute advantage over me. And it's like, okay, we got time. I'm not gonna let this throw me off.
Chefs, can I have your attention for just 1 second?
Welcome.
I'd like to introduce our guest judge. She's a household name here in Malaysia. She's internationally recognized, Chef Anis Nabila.
Welcome, Chef.
Thank you.
And you already met our fabulous chef from Sunway Le Cordon Bleu, Chef Rudolph Ono.
Chef, I wish you a good luck.
Thank you, Chef. It's good to be here.
When did you finalize your recipe?
I'm still tweaking a little here and there, but the marriage of different cultures is what I'm trying to do.
How are you cooking your chicken?
We're gonna do it actually in a fun way. So, little chicken nugget, marinated with some garlic ginger, a little bit of smoked paprika. For the chicken, maybe in little bite size, really flavorful, and then all these little nibbles on the side. And the cucumbers feels a little sad. Maybe bring in some fruit. So I'm looking for pomegranate and oranges. So bring in lots of flavor so you can actually accompany it with the rice.
What's this for?
This is the Thai basil for the chicken. We will do the chikute, the herbal chicken tea.
I'm taking a big risk this time doing the chikute because usually it's bakute with pork ribs. It's a very acquired taste, actually, the herbalness of this kind of dish. It's hard to get spot on.
I'm still gonna smoke it later. Smoke it with some rose petals, rice, and some brown sugar. And in nasi lemak, there's always the hard-boiled egg, but I don't want to just give in hard-boiled egg, so I'm doing the devil's egg. But inside the filling, I'm doing a stingray mousse.
Clever. Oh, you've got some star anise going on in here.
Star anise, cinnamon.
So this is the one that you're turning into the devil's egg.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've never worked with stingray before, and I'm very worried about it being a bit too gritty for a mousse, so I got some cod along to pair with the stingray. I'm confident, but something will always happen. Something will always happen.
Coming up,
This is the final cook-off. You know there can only be one winner, huh?
Chicken, Chef, chicken.
Turn it off now. It's okay. It's good. Thank you.
It's always been in the back of my mind that, I've won most of the challenges, but if he wins by 2 or more points, he'd still win.
How badly do you want to win this?
I want to win this bad. I certainly feel like I'm under pressure. I can't afford to have any mistakes. Everything has to be perfect.
earlier,
I hope you didn't think you were just going to cook 2 dishes. Chefs, today you'll be cooking for 40 guests and 3 judges.
I'm anxious, I'm excited. I'm a little bit nervous. There's a lot to be done.
Hey, save me some sweet potatoes there, right?
I'm spending all my money on the yams and potatoes.
Chicken breast, chicken breast. Seeing myself in a final round, I certainly feel like I'm under pressure. I have to just relax. I got this. I got this.
How are you cooking your chicken?
We're gonna do it actually in a fun way. So, little chicken nugget, marinated with some garlic ginger, a little bit of smoked paprika.
I'm taking a big risk this time doing the chikute because usually it's bakute with pork ribs. I'm confident, but something will always happen. Something will always happen.
3 hours and 15 minutes.
What are you doing with all these tomatoes?
Well, I love roasting and sun-drying tomatoes. This nasi lemak has to be happy food for me. So we'll do it Italian style.
So I don't want to bust anyone's bubble here. You are in Malaysia,
right?
Taking their national dish,
yes,
and you're messing with it.
Chef,
you know what I'm saying?
Yes, I'm messing with it. How about you, Nick?
As long as it's a good mess, right?
I don't want to dry them completely out. Good. Good job.
Chef, if this is you, what would you be doing? First techniques and ingredients.
Yes, I will try to respect, of course, the national dishes, but the concepts you can be free of what you want to add, the touch. For example, we can bake the rice. I will use cocoa water first to moist. But
I'm really hungry listening to him.
yes.
Well, he's French. They make it sound sexy.
Something smells really nice.
I'm making an Indian style.
Indian belacan.
Yes. Is that sacrilegious?
Never had that before.
Well, there's a first for everything. For me, one of the star ingredients of the nasi lemak is the sambal. I want to give it that kind of David Rocco spin.
Ooh, look at that.
This is our Indiano Malaysian sambal. So we're just going to finish it with a little bit of tamarind.
Oh.
Have I gone too offside?
No, it smells like an
Yeah,
amazing sambal.
You know, we're going to be friends. I added a little tomato puree to the sambal. Not because I want to give it an Italian spin, but actually a South Indian spin. I think this is going to take it over the top.
I have to say, it smells good. Nick, he's getting a lot of attention over there. It's looking good, and you're smiling.
Time, please.
2 hours and 41 minutes.
I smell belacan.
I smell belacan.
This is your sambal?
I don't know what the Malaysian kind of sambal is. Some like it a bit more dry, some like it crispy, some like it fried, some like it sauteed. It's really tough.
You guys can take spicy, right?
Enjoy
If it's
spicy.
not spicy, you're gonna have a problem, okay?
Yeah. Tell me about your dessert.
You know, it's funny because I tasted the Berber cha-cha, so it kind of inspired me to think, why not prepare a tiramisu a la Berber cha-cha? I wanted to be able to puree all the different elements of Berber cha-cha into a cream, keep it traditional, but just give it a little bit of elegance.
What's kind of base pour le tiramisu alors?
I actually miraculously found the Savoiardi biscotti. I did not expect that. I was going to use some local cookie, and I got lucky.
There's a lot of herbs going on over there. Nicholas, what are you using the herbs for?
We're doing the pavlova.
So you're familiar with bubur cha-cha?
Yes, I've had it before.
In the blind tasting, I tasted sweet potatoes or yams. I tasted sago, coconut. So I have deconstructed that and put it all into a pavlova. That's gotta work.
Down to 2 hours.
Do we have enough cream? Okay, so maybe a tad more.
This is the final cook-off. Well, you know, there is no next time. This is it.
Double egg done?
Is the chicken almost done, guys? Chicken, chef, chicken. 1 more minute, chef, for the last one.
Too soft. Yeah, it's too soft.
Yeah, I find the meringue to be a tad on the wet side. I guess I'll just have to keep it in the oven for an extra maybe 40 minutes. It just slows me down.
You know it's only a 1-point game here, right? Pretty tight.
I certainly feel like I'm under pressure. I'm down by 1, and I can't afford to have any mistakes. Everything has to be perfect.
You know there can only be one winner, huh?
It's always been in the back of my mind that, I've won most of the challenges, but if he wins by 2 or more points, he'd still win.
How badly do you want to win this?
I want to win this bad.
I don't know. I don't know who wants to win it more than the other.
David's okay with either.
David? You're gonna let him talk for you now?
No, I'm going to let the food talk for me. Thank you, gentlemen. Time, please.
1 hour and 25 minutes.
I started to feel the pressure. There was no more fun and games. No more Rocco smile. I had to really get focused. I hadn't started my risotto, and we had to pack up.
You talked about risotto. I don't see any risotto.
No, because it's last minute.
Risotto last minute.
Last minute. Are you kidding? It's going to sit for an hour?
I'm
No
not
way.
talking about turning it into kanji, but I think that, maybe
No,
risotto.
no. 20 minutes. I need 20 minutes, buddy. For the rice, I'm thinking, I can make it a little bolder. Something like an arborio Italian risotto with coconut. Really kind of bring out these flavors. Everything's good. There was no way I was making a risotto like right when I got in. Do I think I have enough time? I don't have a choice. I'll have enough time. And at the end of the day, if it means not packing everything perfectly and just like getting it out, and if I have to carry this on my head, that's what I do.
That's right. That's what I like. The risk-taking that you've made. A lot of risk, a lot of reward.
This is so intense.
Time, please.
Down to 30 minutes.
So at one point, I find out that there's one batch of rice that I found it was undercooked. I guess my only option then is to serve less. It might cost me.
I hope you got spares, because I'm not going to eat that one, huh? Time is ticking.
Turn it off now. It's okay. It's good. Thank you.
I don't see anybody clearing out. This could get ugly.
Let's get going with some spoons. I need some help here.
It's that time I think you should be packing up. Can't keep the guests waiting. You know how it is. 3 minutes.
Apart from the undercooked rice, there's not really anything I'm not happy with. I do think I've got some pretty confident dishes.
I'm counting down. 10,
9,
8,
7,
6,
5,
4,
3,
2.
1. Hands up. Okay, let's pack it all up. I'll see you guys there. Well done.
Well done.
Coming up on Celebrity Chef East versus West.
I'm really confident with my flavor, and I'm really confident on how we nail the local cuisine.
Whose dishes will garner more votes and scores for the ultimate victory?
And the first ever winner is...
Earlier on Celebrity Chef East versus West.
How badly do you want to win this?
I want to win this bad.
I started to feel the pressure. There was no more fun and games, no more Rocco smile. I had to really get focused. I hadn't started my risotto, and we had to pack up.
You talked about risotto. I don't see any risotto.
No, because it's last minute.
Risotto last minute.
20 minutes. I need 20 minutes, buddy.
So at one point, I find out that there's one batch of rice that I found it was undercooked. It might cost me.
I hope you got spares, because I'm not going to eat that one, huh?
We arrive at this beautiful lobby lounge, and the guests are there. These guys are like VIPs of Malaysia, and we're plating on a stage in front of them. They are looking at every single move. I'm feeling the pressure.
Today we've had 2 incredible chefs working side by side, sweating away in the kitchen to bring you reconstituted interpretations of the national dish of Malaysia. I'd like to welcome Chef Nick and Mr. David Rocco. Ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy.
I think David's main dish is ambitious, and I think it's also nice in terms of his sambal, and the chicken was nice.
Chef Nick, who is a very innovative, very creative, and his passion, you can see that it's so evident in his version of the nasi lemak.
Yeah, it's my version of the nasi lemak, so hope you enjoy.
I honestly thought I wouldn't like this, but this does work for me.
I think the sambal is very well executed, with the balance with the spices, I think.
I think everything that you serve does have its own strong flavor.
Chef David.
This was executed in a way that would please the palates of the guests, but also honor my creativity. So, enjoy.
Usually it's close to nasi lemak, you know, we have banana leaf.
Together with the anchovies and the peanuts, it's a really nice touch.
Thank you very much, chefs. I think it's dessert time.
At this point in the competition, I'm used to Nick's beautiful presentation. But I'm really confident with my flavor, and I'm really confident on how we nail the local cuisine.
I see guests taking pictures of my dessert. That's always a good sign. I don't think people take out their camera to say, oh, look how ugly this is, you know. So I'm happy.
Chef David's dessert, the elements of the bubur cha cha was all there.
I think Nick's, he just surprised me, and the meringue was delicious.
Here is my version of the Berber cha-cha. I thought it'd be a bit more playful on this one and fit it into a pavlova. Enjoy.
Do you have some coconuts in your...
Yes, a touch.
It's very subtle.
The judges did say that I should have put more coconut in my cream, which, I do agree. Yeah, if there's one thing I could have improved, I guess, is the oomph of the coconut.
Chef David.
This is my take on the Malaysian classic. So I thought cooking all the root vegetables, all the yams, sago, and then pureeing it into a cream, and then adding the mascarpone, a little bit of coconut milk and cream, and just folding it all in.
I like it. I'm a big fan of tiramisu, but I feel like the taste of the root vegetables it's quite subtle.
Chefs, thank you very much for an incredible cook-off. We're going to deliberate and figure out where our votes lie outside of our 40 guests. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
I'd like you to take the chips that you have in front of you and choose the one that executed a dish that you prefer. If you put the black chip in, that will go to Chef David. If you put the white chip in, it goes to Chef Nick. Ladies and gentlemen, the voting starts now. Best of luck to the chefs. Thank you both so much.
We walk towards the judges. It feels like the longest walk of my life.
Standing at the final judging with David, I feel that somehow I'm gonna miss this.
Chefs, welcome to the Pinnacle Sunway at Sunway City. First off, kudos to you both. Throughout this competition, you have shown us that you're not only great chefs, but you're also really great sports. It has been tough, it has been intense, and it has been close. But ultimately, there can only be one winner. Only 1 point separates the two of you. Who will earn the ultimate bragging rights for culinary supremacy? Who will win a big check for the charity of his choice? We will find out right now. Chef Nick, we'll start with you.
Chef Nick, tonight we have two dishes to judge. I really enjoy your presentation and your preparation for your nasi lemak. Everything was well done. I especially enjoy your smoky wings. Maybe I less enjoy the herbal broth in the beginning, not totally corresponding with the overall ideas. Your dessert in your time frame was well done, simply, but with a nice flavor and nice texture. I give you a score of 8.
Chef Nick, I thought your dishes were really, really beautiful. However, for your nasi lemak, I felt like you only had 2 elements that reminded me of a traditional nasi lemak. Everything was so delicious, but I didn't feel like I was having nasi lemak. And for your dessert, I felt like it was a little bit simple. Again, it's the same thing. I didn't feel like I was eating bubur cha cha. I give you a score of 7.
Chef Nick, I look at chefs cooking with personality, and your personality is shown to both your dishes. I see you as an artist with no boundaries, but saying that, you're also quite reckless. The techniques, the concept of all the components on the nasi lemak was brilliant, but they don't work together. Your bubur cha cha, once again, perfectly executed, incredibly subtle. I felt it needed a little bit more power of that coconut in there, and it doesn't reflect the Malay flavors. And for that, I give you the lucky score of 8. So it takes you to 23 for this challenge so far, but we still haven't counted the guest votes.
Chef Bobby is saying that I'm borderline reckless with my creations. It's actually quite true, but that's what I'm trying to push for in the East kind of cooking. It's got to be borderline.
Chef David, now it's your turn.
So I think you was the closest to the Malay flavor. Your recipe with nasi lemak. In your tiramisu, because you decide to blend your sweet potato, your yam beans, I couldn't find the flavor. So I think that's dropped your point. So I give you a score of 7.
Chef David, I really enjoyed your nasi lemak. I thought it really reminded me of the traditional nasi lemak with an Italian twist. However, your dessert, it didn't taste anything like bubur cha-cha at all. And I was a little bit disappointed. So I give you a total score of 6.
Chef David, your character and personality reflects an Italian grandmother. You're giving the guests what they want. I felt your food was perfectly executed. It tasted, it had the essence of nasi lemak. Quite conservative, but I was quite happy with it. You really do have a gift. That came out in that dish. I wouldn't have personally added 2 proteins. There's no need for squid and chicken. They both tasted great, but you created unnecessary work for yourself and additional stress. Now, with respect to your bubur cha-cha, it was quite good, but it didn't really capture the authentic flavors of the original dish. For you, I've given you a score of 8. This brings your score for this challenge to 21. As it stands, your overall score for this competition is 112. Chef Nick, your overall score for this entire competition is 115. It all boils down to the guest votes.
Nick is up 3 points, but I feel like I was able to really tap into the flavor profiles of what the guests expect in their dishes. And I just felt it's anyone's game.
3 point is quite a lead, but I never stopped telling myself that, don't over expect anything.
Chef David, you need 22 votes to win this competition. The good news is one of you has 23 votes. And the chef with 23 votes and the first ever winner of Celebrity Chef East versus West is Chef Nick. Chef Nick, congratulations. You're the first ever winner of Celebrity Chef East versus West. You have won a big check for the charity of your choice, and you've earned ultimate bragging rights to culinary supremacy.
Winning the thing, I'm happy to have met so many new chefs. It's an honor from chef to hear their comments. I'm most happy with me still pushing myself to write new recipes, to push for the borderline reckless creations. Winning this thing can put a charitable cause to the Food Angels Foundation. I think it would be perfect.
When I heard that Nick won, I felt I also won. I mean, I came into a whole different world and learned a ton of.
下载下厨房 APP， 看菜谱学做菜，轻轻松松下厨房。White House 城市精品生活指南，发现最时髦的美食和玩乐活动。下载豆国美食，开启美味生活。关注超级星饭团，明星动态一手掌握。
I'm sure we'll meet again very soon.